I would have gone after that. But the point was, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ebidensya. Nung lumabas siya, lahat tayo nagulat. At kahit anong sabihin mo na hindi mo sinasadya, siyempre, lahat tayo pagod na, lahat tayo naghintay, lahat tayo naiya sa mga testigo. May text ako, pinakita ko pa kay Senator Lacson at saka kay Senator Soto, o tingnan mo, sinasabi na ng tao, tapusin na natin to. Kailangan tapusin natin to. That is my point. And that is why I tried very hard as much as possible to give leverage, to give latitude. Now, to walk out on a committee is cowardice. To come out with a press release after walking out on a committee and not settling the issue here, because we could have called a suspension. I was ready to call a suspension. When Senator Trillanes arrived, lumakas na ang loob ni Senator De Lima at nagsisigaw na siya rito. Well, sorry na lang. We could have suspended it and said, all right, sige, napaliwanagan na, okay, kalmado tayo. But no, it was an opportunity, knowing that it was becoming futile. Each witness here, lahat tinanong. And we predicted it, did we not? We predicted that when you brought in these people from Davao, they're not going to say, I did it. They're not going to say there is a death squad, kung totoo man yun. You predicted that. It is incumbent upon anybody who presents a witness here that there must be corroborating material. There must be corroborating evidence. As it was, the tables were suddenly turned when suddenly all of you were asking that we get a copy of the NBI investigation report na ipakita rito para may hawak tayo. So, I am not going to back down on that concealment. Maybe, hindi nag-conceal si Matubato. Ang nag-conceal si Senator De Lima because alam niya pala noon pa na meron siyang notes na dapat sinabi niya. And she could have said that later on. The point of issue here, ladies and gentlemen, is that, like I said, we are after the truth here. I don't think you can accuse this chair of bias because we have been very fair. You heard me say what I said about President Duterte kanina. You know, people are saying, oy, ang tapang mo. Baka sa ikaw ang barilit dyan, ikaw sabihin dito ng mga tao na sinasabi ng mga Duterte. Alam niyo naman yung mga Duterte people. Kasabihin na, ba't hindi naman presidente namin? I said that in all honesty, as a citizen of this country, conscious of the fact that I could earn the ire of the President and said, do not talk too much, Mr. President. Huwag kayong magsalita ng marami because you are falling on your own sword. Ang laki ng tiwala sa inyo ng tao, pinupudol nyo ang sarili nyong paa every time you talk because kayo ay nagogog kung magkamisan pinaglalaban ng media yung inyong kalooban at yung kaisipan na dapat mawala talaga yung drugs. You have heard me say in my Facebook, do not kill people, kill drugs. You have heard me say to no less than Director General Bato, ang dami kasi Bato De La Rosa, na sabi ko, you have no immunity. I've said that a long time ago. So, wala akong I am not walking on eggs for anybody. I am trying to be fair to everybody. But I am not going to sit down calmly when we all waited here para sabi ito at ilalabas natin yung testigo para magkaalaman na, para malaman ang katotohanan. Kung lumabas tama yung testigo, siguro nasolve ka agad dyan. Pero wala eh. At sabi ko, malinaw, you are going to stay here because we may call you later on. Well, you can all talk about what could have been, but that is the way it is. In that light, there are requests now and motions to stop this hearing. My own personal opinion, we will not stop.
Mr. Chairman.
We will not stop. And my own personal opinion, I could stop and say, tama na, masyado na magulo, masyado na marsalimod. There are CHR hearing people that want to be here tomorrow. We will listen to them. And I even asked permission kanina sa inyo kung anong gagawin. I wasn't doing anything on my own. But we will continue. Tatapusin natin yan bukas. It will be necessary another day, but no more. And that's it. We will make a decision. This representation can make a decision on the findings with the help of the committee. I cannot release anything here without the signature of every member of the committee because yan ang ilalabas sa floor. Having said that, therefore, I would like to call a caucus tomorrow or even right after this to find out what the sense of the committee is, because I think that it is important that the public and the country is able to communicate the message, hey, we did not throw the rule book out of the window. There is still the rule of law. People may think that they're being killed here. I wanted, if you will recall, to call the policemen first, to call the general first, because I wanted them to say, ano ang gagawin nyo? I have taken great pains, and I will give you a sample of what I've done. If you look at the PowerPoint, I have tried to get data on every province, every city where killings have been undertaken. Because I intend to ask General De La Rosa and the other generals here what they're doing about a situation where ang dami namamatay, that is still has to be handled. We're not saying people are being killed by the police. We're just saying that has to be addressed because that is an issue before us here. And if we follow that, I know na pag pinayagan natin ang police papatay, alam ni Senator ni General De La Rosa ito, pag pinayagan mo ang police pumatay based on drugs, based on that, then the next thing, you know it, the policeman will be a vigilante on his own, killing people who may be decent, killing people who may disagree with, killing people for political assassination impact, and all that. That is why this hearing is very, very important. We have to show that we can fix the problem. We must go beyond fixing the blame. Because that is what we're here for. That is what we're elected for. To fix the problem, not to fix the blame. But we must do so in a very frank, candid, collected manner that we can solve the problem together. I would have loved to solve the problem with Senator De Lima. But right now, she's busy conducting a press conference. I am sorry for you.
Mr. Chairman,
I cannot condone that. I've been in the Senate for 6 years. I've served this country as a constitutional convention delegate at the youngest age. I was the youngest. I was mayor ahead of President Duterte. I was mayor in 1980. He was mayor in 1988. I know where he's coming from. I was also secretary. I also fixed up a base that was left by the Americans with us, and we did it honorably. And we fixed up tourism, and we did it honorably again with great pride. And I've been in the Senate. We came out with laws that are important to my country, such as the election law, such as the tourism law, such as the international humanitarian law, among many others. And I will not allow any person, be he a senator, be he a president, to get away with flouting the law or trying to do a double talk so that they can get away with something that they want because it is personal to them and it is not for the benefit of our country. And so, dear colleagues, I'm going to suspend the hearing. We will have a caucus tomorrow. We will report to the Senate, and we will lay down the line. If an ethics charge is going to be done, then let it happen.
Mr. Chairman, I have a very important
If the
manifestation.
gloves are off, and I'm ready to take the gloves off. I respect the senator. You've heard me. You've seen me treat them. I respect Senator Trillanes. You are senators. You have the right to speak here as much as you want. But you do not have the right to conceal things, especially material things.
Okay, Mr. Chairman,
You know,
it's material to the issue at hand. In addition to the transcript that I read earlier, page 166 of the September 15 hearing presided by Senator De Lima, on page 81 of the September 22, 2016 hearing presided by the chairman, Senator Gordon. Senator Cayetano, okay, paano sir ngayon dinedeny na terrorist si Macdum? Man record, there's no record that he's a terrorist or wanted. Mr. Matobato, kaya nga sir, pinailan ako ng kidnapping sir, na-dismiss yan sir, kasi si Sally Macdum backdoor yan sir. Si Sally Macdum walang record sa embassy sir. Walang record. So, Mr. Matobato was truthful in his testimony and the chairman himself. And I can understand Senator Gordon, I can attribute that to memory lapse because Mr. Matobato, once in a while, would have memory lapses just like every other person. So dito sa transcript, both transcripts, walang concealment. And it was given directly to the chairman. So you cannot, September 22, Senator Gordon, by backdoor, ibig niyong sabihin, walang record na pumasok siya dito. So you even discussed the issue. So that's why I keep on referring to the transcript kasi binabali-baliktad minsan yung yung facts. People may be entitled to their own opinion, but they're not entitled to their own facts.
Alright,
And every conclusion made earlier na tama itong mga nandirito na resource persons natin, tas mali si Matobato, is a matter of opinion. And I totally disagree. And I believe there is a multitude of people who would agree with my assessment and my position as well, Mr. Chairman.
Well, I don't care about the multitude who agrees with you. I respect that. I may not care about what the multitude says because sometimes there are people here who say, there go my people, I must follow them. Leaders follow what is in their minds. Leaders follow what is in the best interest of the country, irrespective of whether it's popular or not. Let me just say one thing though. The focus on Matubato at the time was he claimed that Sally was killed because he was a terrorist. Yun ang pinapalabas siya, pinatay, terrorist. And he recited, if memory serves correct, na yung mga kinakasama niya, sinabi raw siya, terrorist, kaya pinatay nila. Pinadescribe pa natin kung paano niya pinatay. Pero sabihin niya, meron siyang kidnapping case. Well, that was in passing. Pero for a senator to hold information, let me finish. To hold information that he had it in their notes, that there was already an NBI and a case has been filed in the fiscal's office that Macdum, in the first place, was supposed to have been killed in 2002 when in fact he was killed in the year 2000. To come here, and how can you blame the whole committee when he says some policemen were involved here? Then those policemen turned out to be not even policemen at the time they were being accused. Hindi pa sila police, like Mr. Medina over there. Or for that matter, somebody else here as well. They're not even policemen. Ang dami-daming mga mismatches and information na lumalabas. So, pinalampas natin yan. Pero for a senator to hide something, and I can remember kanina, I was on her side. Sabi ko, oversight lang yan. Mr. Lacson wanted to terminate it. Oversight lang yan. Kailan ako pumoto? Kailan ako na-disappoint? Nung lumabas na talaga, na meron talagang material concealment because that should have been told the committee. That should have been told a fellow senator. Dick, Senator, Ping, meron ako dito na ito pala ay may kaso sa NBI at talagang na-file pa yung kaso. That is material. In any language, that is material. Sa transcript, makakalusot siya, pero kung may information ka, you have the duty to tell the truth here. And that is where I'm going to say now. In that event, I will now suspend with apologies to all the policemen here, once again headed by Deputy Director General De La Rosa, and all the others, the NBI, the other generals who came from Davao, and even to the policemen, and to all the witnesses here, and to all those listening to us. I think it is important that we suspend it for the moment. I will not issue any statement to the press, because that is not my purpose here. Some people come here in this country and they want to talk to the press all the time. I have not called anybody about any statement that I have made here. Whatever I have, it's been open. It's in my Facebook account. So I am a very open man. So in that case, having said that, with the permission of Senator Cayetano, and the Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May I just reiterate the pressing issues being faced by the PNP leadership, so if we don't need them tomorrow, we can summon them if it's important, but we can excuse them for tomorrow's hearing, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, with the reservation that I would like to get their thoughts on the matter of plebs formally, that has already been given by Undersecretary Catalino Ayo, and of course the matter of internal affairs.